Go, go, get me. Happy Sunday, you guys. Thanks again for tuning in to another review. Today I will be reviewing Love and Marriage Huntsville, episode 9. I'm sorry, season 9, episode 4. Basically, we start this episode off with Marceau and Tisha. Basically, Tisha has heard from her mom that there's rumors circulating that Marceau has actually been spotted at a hotel. Marceau basically does what he normally does, and that is deflect from the situation. He basically lets Tisha know that it was not him. Like he said, no face, no case. Tisha is to the point where she's trying to get some clarification from Marceau. I kind of think she has women intuition. She already knows that maybe possibly Marceau could be cheating. He also had taken a previous trip to Africa, but unbeknownst to her, he did not take her or the family members. So my thing is that's a red flag right there, that it might be something going on with Marceau, but he basically does like he always does, and that is cut Tisha off and shuts it down, lets Tisha know that no, he was not cheating on her. And Tisha was to the point where she gets irate and saying that she hates the fact that people are coming for her marriage. I feel like they want to think that Marceau is cheating only because Melody and Martell did not work out, and that Martell was actually cheating on Melody. Bring me that right now. But yeah, you guys, they had the discussion out in front of their actual nightclub, Black. I thought it was one of the things where she was gonna have a shouting match with Marceau, but that's not how it began. She basically was trying to be calm, I guess, with Marceau. But you know, Marceau, he always has this way with Tisha where he basically tells her anything, and she practically believe what Marceau says. But it really surprised me that she actually turned the thing around and took it off of Marceau and made it what thing where somebody was trying to pin some things on him and make it seem like he was cheating and he wasn't. It was one of those things where I think she's still upset about the picture that went viral with all the guys, Marceau, actually Martell, and all of them. They actually took a photo together, and they basically were with the actual girl that Martell actually was supposed to have been cheating with on Melody, and it kind of went viral. So it's one of those things where Tisha feels like everybody's trying to steal, like I said, come for her marriage, and she feels like she don't understand why they would do that. But when she was on the other foot, when Melody and Martell were going through their things, she actually was cheerleading and wanted everybody to realize that yes, Martell was cheating. But we also get to the point where we actually go to the actual housewarming party that was actually held for, in other words, they had the actual, sorry about that, they had the housewarming party. It was for Kimmy Kimmy's son. He got him a new townhouse, so he was wanting to invite everybody over and to have drinks or whatever, play cards, and basically Christian his new place. Everything started out okay. Melody was in attendance. Also, Marceau. Only person that did not attend was Martell. Destiny showed up. Stormy showed up as well. We saw in the last episode that Stormy and Destiny had an argument, and they basically were going back and forth. So we didn't know whether or not they would be able to get along at this actual get together. They both were giving each other side eye. So after everybody got settled, Kimmy decided to invite everybody up to the spare bedroom and basically had a kumbaya. She was trying to get Stormy and Destiny to actually speak. Destiny was to the point where she spoke and she said something to Stormy to the effect of sweetie, and Stormy was not having it. Like she told her, she said, I'm not a sweetie, don't address me that way. I think it's one of the things where Destiny wanted to let Stormy know that yes, I have drawn a line in the sand, and no, I am not going to go back on what I said. I think it was a misunderstanding that they actually had at the gala scene on last episode, but it's one of those things where it's going to spill over and it's actually going to be a minute before they can actually be on speaking terms. Melanie is not on the hot seat anymore about her and her actual slumber party she had where she invited Tisha's cousin. But it's one of those things where Kimmy basically was taking a bone and basically came back and told Tisha about what happened. But yeah, the actual get together at Kimmy's son's actual townhouse was actually fun, laid back. Everybody was having a good time. It's one of those things where they actually were asking Melody where was Martell, and she's looking around like I don't know where he is. I don't keep up with Martell like that. I think it was really they were trying to. Kimmy and them was basically trying to give her, the side eye, and basically was trying to be low key, trying to be I think funny because they everybody know that Kimmy did not invite Martell. She actually told Martell that, but everybody would seem like on the guy's side that they were a little upset that they found out that Martell was actually having the actual event where he was actually doing the launch of his actual wine, and he did not invite Kimmy and her husband. So I think they kind of felt shaded because they had previously had a actual discussion with him. They was wondering why he never said anything about it. My thing is, I don't think he said anything about it was because I think it was premature. He really hadn't gotten the guest list down or anything like that. But I think eventually he will invite everybody. But like I said, we're glad that he actually did get his actual apartment. And it actually was funny when he was basically making reference to Destiny because back in the day they were saying on about 2 episodes ago that actually Destiny and him was trying to actually start a relationship. And the guy I'm speaking of is Kimmy's son. It's kind of premature and kind of funny at the same time because this guy is no longer, he's probably not no more, probably about 24 or 25. Destiny is of a certain age. I think Destiny is maybe 35, something like that. I think it was just a little rumor that really was just started at the reunion. Everybody just took it and ran with it. But yeah, we actually see everybody trying to mingle together. Stormy actually brings her husband. He doesn't really have a lot to say when he's there. I think they're trying to mingle him in and actually get him going as far as the camera is concerned. Stormy is has launched her new line called Canvas Beauty, and it's pretty much taking off. Everybody's to the point they are buying a lot of the things. I saw a commercial where she actually was doing a promo for Target. She's already gotten a lot of her products in Target, so that's a big thing, especially for a black entrepreneur. So we have to say kudos to her for that. Melanie also has her vendettas where she's actually trying to do her skincare line, and she's actually getting that off of the ground. She actually, I think she did a soft promo for that, but they didn't really say a whole lot on the actual episode. But yes, everybody's to the point now that they're trying to congratulate Kimmy's son on his new vendetta as far as his securing a place. Because at first I think he was staying with Kimmy, and they was to the point where he was trying to find himself, but he had just graduated college. But right now, I think he does bartending work part time at Black. But yeah, Tisha and Marceau, they arrived like they always do, and they was, trying to be, I guess, center of attention. And here comes Miss Wanda. You must know Miss Wanda gonna steal the show. Miss Wanda came in and she basically was telling everybody, hello, she does a little round, she speaks to everybody. But she was to the point where I think she was still a little upset about what happened with Tisha as far as Melanie's little get together. I think one thing what Miss Miss Wanda always tries to be mama bear when it comes to Tisha. She wants to basically be protective of Tisha, but she gotta understand Tisha's grown. Tisha can hold her own when it comes to conversation wise. She don't need her to basically, always try to take up for people and try to go against people when it comes to her. But I to the point where I like this episode. It wasn't a whole lot of drama or anything like that. It was just a basic episode. Everybody was trying to come together and be nice or whatever. Kimmy had seemed like she put a lot of work into actually having a little get together for her son. It seemed like she was up having a proud mommy moment. So we have to congratulate her on that end. We also learned that her and her actual husband had just came back from their honeymoon, so they were just fresh back from that. Kimmy said that she was glad to be on vacation and actually have a honeymoon because I think she said they didn't have a honeymoon. They got married, but they did not have a honeymoon, so they officially had a honeymoon. Also, we're to the point where we see the new couple that actually arrives which was Sherry and Darren. They actually to the point where they came in for a minute into the actual housewarming, but they said they had to leave because their son had baseball practice. Also, we learned with Sherry is that she's on the search to try to find her biological mom. She actually does what's called like a little girls get together, and she's gonna make it a girls trip where she's gonna take Melanie and the rest of the girls on her journey in order to find her actual mother. So hoping that she'll have good luck on that end, and maybe she can get closure to what's going on as far as her family tree is concerned. She also lets us know that she was thinking of starting a new family. And when I say new family, she wanted to have a baby with her husband. She basically talked about it with Melody, but like Melody said, with her and her husband working a lot, she don't see how they have time for for another child. So she basically was asking Melanie for some pointers, considering that Melanie is basically a single mom now that her and Martell are divorced. So Melanie does co-parent with Martell, but she does have her kids, and she's still running her several businesses. We can see Melanie as a role model when it comes to that, because Melanie holds it down, especially with her having four kids, and she has one young child. But I think the fact that her and Martell co-parent kind of helps out a little bit. But yeah, you guys, we didn't see a whole lot of Martell this particular episode. We just see him drop in at Kimmy's, and they basically were speaking about Martell before he came in. Kimmy made the suggestion to her husband that she didn't want to invite Martell because she didn't want any type of drama. Martell was defending himself, and he was like, "What kind of drama are you speaking of? Because I never been in a drama last time I checked." I think it's one of the things where she was trying to diffuse the situation. She really didn't want to put Martell and Melody in the same spot, considering what happened when they did go on a girls trip last last season, because Martell and Melanie got into it and they had a real huge shouting match and it went left real quick. I think it's one of those things where Martell still feels like he can come in and out and do how he want to do when it's concerning Melanie, but Melanie's gonna put her foot down, let Martell that know that we're divorced and you have no control over what I do. I think he's basically still has feelings for Melody, but Melanie is not to the point where she's trying to hear what Martell has to say. But yeah, this episode was very great. Like I told you guys, I liked it. Like I do this season has given us a lot of different angles. We get Stormy, she's thrown in there. Destiny was a newcomer, and now we getting the gist of it that Destiny is now Team Tisha, because her and Melanie had a fallout, and they were basically the rumors is they fell out about money. Because at first, when they first came on the scene, Destiny was married, but now Destiny is divorced, and she gives us the backstory on how she actually divorced her husband, and basically she was left, as she said, penniless, and her husband moved on, and he's I think they're saying that he's remarried now. I don't know. Destiny has been to the point where she's had to go back and forth to Kimmy's husband, because he is a credit repair specialist, and he basically trying to help her get her business back on the ground by repairing her credit. So she had to basically spill the tea and tell him what was really going on. He offered her some encouraging words. He said he would take the task on of helping her, so she was very, very grateful for that. I thought Destiny was still had her actual beauty salon, not beauty salon, beauty supply store. So I don't know what's going on with that. If she still has that endeavor or not, I'm not sure. But I know Martell, like I told you guys, he's doing the wine, and Melanie still has a skincare line. Stormy is doing the actual beauty products because she specializes in the hair. I've looked on the website and seen a lot of different things she had on. Seems like it's pretty good stuff. I'm thinking about purchasing some things and see what it goes, and I maybe give you guys a review and let you know what's going on with that. But I personally like to see young black people, especially entrepreneurs, making it and making paving the way in the world, and that's a big step for step not only for her to launch her skincare line, but also to have it in Target. So we're gonna see what this season is giving. I'm personally am looking forward to episode 10. See what this takes us. I think it's one of the things where we're gonna keep digging in about Marceau and Tisha and see what he has to say about these rumors. And we also get to the punchline of the actual housewarming. Miss Wanda gets into it with everybody. She basically tells them that she got a problem with everybody. And they basically were to the point where Kimmy's son actually told Miss Wanda that no, she was not going to speak that way in his home. She looked at him, but she didn't really say nothing. It kind of surprised me that she didn't really clap back because you know Miss Wanda's clap back queen. I'm sorry, she gonna say what she gotta say, and she gonna speak her mind. She don't care, especially when it comes to Tisha. But I think on the next episode we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna dig into the meat and potatoes. I say other thing about Tisha's cousin Kiki. We're gonna see her and Miss Wanda go head to head about it, and we're gonna see her actually confront Kimmy about going back and telling Miss Wanda what she had said at Melody's actual sleepover. But one thing that I figured out about Kiki, I follow her on Facebook. I did not know that Kiki actually was had a master's in education. Not saying that I didn't think she was educated, but I did not know that she had that type of credentials. So kudos to Kiki for that. I personally like Kiki on the show. I think she brings not a whole lot of drama, but she brings something new, something spicy to it. Stormy as well, but we have to learn that Stormy, she has her preferences. Miss Stormy is not taking no mess, but Miss Stormy is taking over the beauty world, and she's doing her thing. So we got to give her props for that. I also learned that Miss Stormy did have a baby. She takes on the IVF journey. She says that she actually had a problem conceiving, so they did the IVF route, and they actually had a son. So we're congratulating her on that. They did an episode also with her on there where they actually had a baby shower. But yeah, you guys, I appreciate everybody actually is subscribed to my channel. I'm hoping you guys that are here will give this video a like, leave me a comment, and wait for the next video, you guys. Have a blessed Sunday.